Good evening, and welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmee, a show about us, our people, our community, our culture, our experiences. And viewers, I'm sitting in the beautiful Richmond Hill with the renowned hair guru, my friend Rita. Rita, welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmee.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here with you, Lakshmee.
Well, the pleasure's all mine, and the reason why I'm sitting here today with Rita, she is the band manager for the new West Indian band called G6 Revolution. Rita, tell me a little bit about G6 Revolution.
Well, G6 Revolution is a band that was formed with 6 foundational members with a real passion for music, hunger for change, and brought together very quickly. And that's where the name G6 was formed. It was formed very fast. And the revolution came from just a hunger for passion and change for music, you know. It's all formed together, and it's currently 8 members all together, 7 musicians and myself, all together trying to accomplish this.
Okay, great. So tell me some of the people who are part of the band.
Well, to start off with, we have our lead singer, which is Ranjie. We might know him as
Ranjie, the Heartbreaker.
Breaker, exactly.
Okay. I'm getting excited here.
We have him as our lead vocalist. He is a combination, a variety of different genres of music, which is chutney, soca, Indian.
Ranjit can sing it all. Anytime this guy sings, I'll tell you, my girlfriend Rose from Bacchanal Radio, www.bacchanalradio.com. Anytime I get a chance, I'm like, Rose, can you play some Heartbreaker for me, please?
Yeah, Ranjie was definitely a charmer, and his music speaks for itself. It'll really charm you. We also have, our band is formed with many genres of music.
Okay.
Indian is one of them. Chutney soca is another. And we have a master of soca, which is Rodney Julius. He is a master at what he does.
Amazing, amazing soca artist.
Yes, definitely. I don't want to compare him to the big guys up there, which is like icons like Marshall, but he's definitely on his way up there.
Wonderful. Who else do we have?
We have also Indian artists as well, Indian lead singers. Vijay Arjun. Okay. He does a range of Indian songs, such as Mukesh songs, Kishore songs as well as chutney and soca. We also have Kesh Tibetran, and he's also a Bollywood singer. So G6 is really a conglomerate of all different ranges of music. But definitely fresh and new, not your old typical band that you usually see,
Yeah, these are definitely some hot, fresh artists that I do see around the community just rocking the stages when they hit it. So tell me, what is the goal of G6 Revolution?
G6 Gold, I believe, is to really bring awareness to the community that we live in, the society that we grew up in. I mean, when you come to migrate to a different country, you tend to lose your whole your passion for your culture and music. And G6 is definitely a staple of that. We don't want to ever forget that. Bringing new, fresh music to our community and everywhere we perform, whether it's locally or internationally, we definitely bring that awareness to the West Indian community as well as all genres of life, all different ranges of life, you know.
Awesome. Now, Hair Guru, where can we expect to see G6 Revolution performing at?
Well, to begin with, we're based in Queens. You know, our band room is in Queens, and we have a big following here. But that does not limit us. We go all over the country. We currently have some definite future gigs that's coming up, anywhere from Florida to Toronto, north and south of the coast. We're there, as well as the Caribbean also, our future plans.
Now, I know a lot of these names that you threw out there, like Heartbreaker, Rodney, these are artists that have traveled all over the world and performed on tours. Now, besides tours and performances on stage, would G6 Revolution be available, let's say, if someone was having a wedding or a birthday party?
Absolutely. That's our you know, that's where our heart is really. I mean, it's our community, it's our fans, it's the ones that support us and give us that thrive to do what we do. And, you know, that's what we're here for. You know, we do local events, we do weddings, we do any kind of events. And from graduation to community events, anything, we're there for that.
Now, awesome. Now, I know a lot of the artists, they have recorded some songs like Ranjie the Heartbreaker. I just have a quick question for you, because I know a lot of bands, they do come and they do go in the community. We don't necessarily see many bands stick around. There may be one or two that I'm sure everybody's very familiar with that have lasted throughout the years. Do you, first of all, see G6 Revolution lasting?
Definitely, without a doubt. Because our band has something I feel that's rare, and the commitment to one another, it comes from heart and soul. It comes from in here as well as in their heads. And the team commitment is like no other I've seen, none to compare to. And I think that alone, the bond that they all have together, and they all have a different take in music, which when they put their heads together, it comes out amazing on stage and on a mic. And I think that alone will speak for itself when we're ready to perform.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to see them. But one other quick question is, have you guys recorded any albums yet?
We're currently doing some tracks right now, and we have some previous tracks. Of course, Ranjie has done a couple of his own, as well as Vijay Arjun, as well as Cage. So we have done some tracks. That's going to be released soon. We are doing a CD demo launch along with our band launch, and we will be distributing that the day of the launch on Father's Day, June 19th.
Okay, and where's that going to be?
And that's going to be at CLUB TOBAGO, which I'm hoping for all of you supporters and fans of G6 Revolution to come out and do support us on that. We're also having the one and only Inder Kanhai. That's going to be here performing, and that's a first for us to be on stage with him. Amazing Bollywood quality, and together on stage is going to be like no other show you've seen in Queens before.
Awesome. It sounds exciting. Now, with this new album coming out, quick question for you. I know a lot of artists in our community, and viewers, we all know we have tons of artists in our community right here in Richmond Hill. Now, a lot of our artists, they come up with these fabulous songs, and they may record albums, they may not. They may send their albums out, they may not. But I don't really find that the local artists, that you really find their music being played on the radio. And it's a question that I've had for quite a while, because again, I know a lot of artists in our community, and I don't really hear their music playing when I go to a party or a club or on the radio. Do you have to send your music internationally? Like, do you have to make the record in the Caribbean and send it over to the States for it to become a hit? I mean, why is it that we're not seeing our local artists right here in Queens being blasted on the radio and, on television, and what's going on?
Okay, I could give you the truth, or I could give you the maybe what the audience would like to hear. So it's two different answers, but typically, I would have to say that the media has a lot of authority on this. And I'm, without sounding too harsh or too biased upon names which I won't call, sometimes they tend to have a favoritism of artists. and that may or may not reflect on the various radio stations that you may listen to. I'm not saying that all does it, but there might possibly be that sort of favoritism that might contribute to that, without sounding too critical on it, which I'm not. But it all goes down to the media authority. They have a lot of control over this. And, these artists go out, they put their heart and soul into the music.
And they're so talented.
Yes, of course. And they really do their best at what they do. And I feel that every artist, whether it's one up here or one now starting off, they should all get fair play. They really should. Because it's what's coming up in our future that reflects upon our community, not just what's here right now, So our children has to benefit from this eventually.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear G6 Revolution, and I can't wait to hear them all around the community, all around at the parties. I want everyone to go out and buy their records because they're absolutely fabulous.
I'm Diane Bisu-Omadat, branch manager of your local neighborhood Citibank branch here on Liberty Avenue in Richmond Hill. And even in today's current economic environment, Citi remains a reputable and trustworthy institution that continues to be committed to the communities in which we live and work. And with mortgage rates at a historical 10-year low, when was the last time you sat down with a financial expert to review your mortgage situation? Is your mortgage over 10 years old? Do you have an adjustable rate? Or are you thinking of purchasing your first home? We're offering special rates and closing cost discounts. Stop into the branch on 121 Street and Liberty Avenue or call the number at the bottom of the screen. Be sure to mention this TV ad for additional rates and closing cost discounts. This is a limited time offer, so act fast.
From the producer of Kirtan Sammelan and Visions comes the concert of the decade, Bhakti Sargam, an evening of inspiring bhajans. June 18th at the Richmond Hill High School Auditorium, featuring Pandit Rajan Bhagobin, Dr. Satish Prakash, Pandit Jagmohan Prasad from Guyana, Pandit Lal Singh from London, along with Pandit Charan Prasad, Pandit Tilak Siratan, Pandit Ashwini, and Pandit Rakesh from Trinidad and Tobago. With guest appearances by Geeta Bisram and Anjali, dances by Natalie, Davina, Ashley, Ann and Jessica, Priya and Dana, and the Natya Tilakam Dance Company. Bhakti Sargam, June 18th at the Richmond Hill High School Auditorium. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime 7:30. Bhakti Sargam, the concert of the decade.
Wake up in fine style each and every morning, Mondays through Fridays, with the best company, Chilling with Rose. The best in music, entertainment news, your shouts, and much more. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Chilling with Rose, only on bacchanalradio.com.
I drinking tonight. I don't care what my wife say. I love me black and white. She could pour it all she want, but that ain't stopping me. Pass me glass, pass me rum.
Viewers, my heart is beating really fast because I'm sitting here with none other than the Heartbreaker himself. Cutie pie, sweetness, handsome, talented Ranjie. Ranjie, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Lakshmee. It's a pleasure to be on your program, and I'm excited to talk about all the different things that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, G6 Revolution. But first of all, Ranjie, for our viewers at home, who I'm sure everybody already knows about you, but tell me, where are you from?
Well, I was born in the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I came here about 15 years ago. For anyone who doesn't know my background, my mother is Esther John Ramdeen, a very popular singer from Trinidad and Tobago. And my singing career actually started at the Children of Mastana competition in Trinidad and Tobago when I was about 11 years old. I made it all the way to the finals. Unfortunately, I didn't win the competition, but it was a good opportunity just making it to the finals. From then on, kind of, school and everything else kind of played a factor in me kind of dying down on the singing. And then when I came up here to United States, my first competition I entered was at Susan B. Anthony High School out in Jamaica. It was a Kishore Kumar competition. I was the youngest contestant, and there was a whole bunch of chachas and uncles, and
And you stole everybody's heart.
I did well. I did well, I must say. And you know, I met up with the band that played there, and they were interested in me and my music. So, you know, and from then on it kind of grew. I got into different things, and then school again, and military. I have 8 years of military service, United States military, five of which is the Navy, and 3 of which is the Army.
So he's not only breaking hearts out there, he's saving hearts too.
Yeah, that too, definitely. And then once I got out of the military, I decided, you know what, I want to take this on a different level now.
A serious level.
Serious level. So I joined up with a local band here in New York, and I did about 2.5 year run with them, and I decided to go off into my solo singing career. And that's where it kicked off. It kicked off, and I did my first Chutney Soca song last year.
You have a hit. You had
Right, yeah.
you had entered the Chutney Soca Monarch, right?
Correct. I entered. I didn't make it further than the semifinals, but
But
I did
Ranjie,
well.
it's an amazing accomplishment just to say that you got in.
yeah, definitely. And I feel blessed to even get in, to even be accepted to being an artist from outside of Trinidad and Tobago, outside of Guyana, as the case may be, because I know there was a lot of Guyanese that entered this year also, which shows a lot, which means things are changing a little bit. It's not just, yeah, definitely unity. It's not just based in Trinidad and Trinidad artists alone. And also, there was other artists here from New York that went down that also made it semi-finals and finals, you know. So, you know, definitely, it was a great experience for me. It was my first Chutney Soca song. I did a few Indian tracks. You were part of the off-Broadway production that we did. So you know, I got a chance to record with another local band here, and you know, it was great. Everything's moving the way it needs to move, and I think it's, you know, it's pacing in the right direction.
So you've been accomplishing a lot since the age of 11, and you're, you know, part of, you know, different bands. You're growing, learning from all of them, I'm sure. But now you started this new band, G6 Revolution, and you're the main vocalist, Indian vocalist, correct?
Yeah, I'm the main Indian vocalist. I'm also one of the main frontliners. G6 Revolution. I don't know.
Tell me about it. Tell me about G6 Revolution. Tell me about it from Heartbreaker's point of view.
From Heartbreaker's point of view is that there was 6 members, 6 founding members that knew each other for a little while. We did different things, you know, musicians with different bands and things like that. And we all decided that we wanted to come together and do something different. We wanted to make the world. No, I wouldn't just say New York. I don't want to just say New York, because it's like putting a cap on it, and I don't want to do that. You know, I want to say we wanted to make the world know that even though we're not where all the music mainly comes out of, we can still make.
Still gonna make it.
We can still, still gonna make it happen here in New York. You know, and show the rest of the world that, you know, not because we're not in the center of all the action that we can't succeed. You know.
Well, you know what they say about New York. If you can make it here,
You can make it anywhere. Definitely.
So tell me, what inspired you to be part of G6?
I thought about it when we first made the idea, because it would be taken away from my solo career.
Right.
And I know I have to give that up once I started the band, once I become a band member. The reason why I did it is because besides us being musicians together, we have a great relationship as friends. We actually treat each other as family, and I feel comfortable to work with these guys. You know, they're a bunch of talented guys. You know, I think the most talented guys in New York City. I don't think if I had to do it all over again with any other band, I would. I definitely wouldn't. I would just stick with mine.
Now I noticed that the band is multicultural.
Definitely, and I think. We're from the West Indies.
Yes.
And it's all about being multicultural. Okay. You know, we have white Trinidadians, we have Chinese Guyanese, we have black Trinidadians, we have different races.
So G6 Revolution is mixing it up, just like the West Indies.
Definitely. We have Guyanese and Trinidadian, both black, both Indian. Even we have a Dogla mix. So it's definitely a true identity of unity and I guess multicultural band.
And with that, you're probably getting the best of each ethnicity, right? With the different genre of music that you're playing.
Definitely. definitely the best. They're definitely the best. So June 19th, definitely we're launching. I always take this and I always say my band, the G6 Revolution Band, because I feel this is my home. So on June 19th, you definitely have to come out there and support me, support my band, support my members most of all. We're taking things to a different level. June 19th, Inder Khan High, one of the biggest Bollywood singers to come out of Trinidad and Tobago. The local Kumar Sanu, we call him. Definitely June 19th. We have I must say, my mother, Esther John Ramdeen, she's also going to be there doing a few songs as well. She's an amazing singer. This is a show that you don't want to miss. Like, if I was sitting where you're at right now, I would definitely, without a doubt, not miss this show. Again, June 19th, Club Tobago. Showtime at 3 p.m. Doors open 2 p.m. So please come out, support, and trust me, things will be a lot different, and you'll enjoy this.
Viewers, I'm sitting here with Rodney. Rodney is the lead vocalist for the soca genre of music, right, Rodney?
Yes, soca reggae. And I do a little one chutney as well.
Oh, soca, reggae, and chutney. So you got big things going on, Rodney.
Of course.
Okay. First of all, tell me where you're from.
Trinidad and Tobago, the capital of Trinidad and Tobago, which is Port of Spain.
And how did you get involved with G6 Revolution?
Basically, it's a group of guys, they recognize my talent. So they say, Rodney, this could be a good thing for us. I say, okay, cool. I consider it. Do a little pondering, but it wasn't really pondering in a negative way. I say, you know what, this could bring us to the next level. So I decided, okay, let me join G6 and we're going to make it happen.
Now, awesome. Now, being a soca artist, there are a lot of amazing soca artists out there like Marshall Montano. Would you say that he's maybe someone who's inspired you as a singer?
Yeah, he inspired me because I was part of his band back in 2001, Ecstatic Family. So from learning a lot of stuff from him, I bring that energy towards me and make it my own. I'm not really copying, but there's, great singers like, let's say for instance, Michael Jackson. A lot of people copy Michael Jackson. So seeing that Marshall was the head of soca, I decided, you know what, I'm going to take something from the head and make it my own style.
Well, viewers, I just learned something here. I'm sitting with one of the ex-band members of Ecstatic Band. This is definitely an honor. And all I have to say is you guys got a lot coming out to you on June 19th. What can we expect from you on June 19th?
June 19th is powerful, it's creative, it's like a love for music. And it's something that Queen's never really seen before. Although you'd have bands out there that saying, okay, we're going to do certain things, but when G6 come, I'm going to make it my responsibility to make sure it's happen.
So watch out. Now, you got any dance moves like Marshall?
No, my own.
Your own.
You got to come June 19th to see it. We got something specially planned for you guys. So come June 19th and you're going to see it.
Take a look. Tell her try your pleasure, so make it quick. Woman tend to the sick, yeah. Cause it must be something she could do. This heart is broken in two, yeah. It's an emergency. There's a patient by the name of Rodney. Will you say, hey? Only you alone when she's a test. Cause the pain is getting worse. Take it up. Said, don't forget, this is a sample, this is a little hint of a taste, what G6 got, alright? See you June 19th, hey!
Wake up in fine style each and every morning, Mondays through Fridays with the best company, Chilling with Rose. The best in music, entertainment news, your shouts, and much more. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Chilling with Rose, only on bacchanalradio.com.
I'm Diane Bisu Amadat, branch manager of your local neighborhood Citibank branch here on Liberty Avenue in Richmond Hill. And even in today's current economic environment, City remains a reputable and trustworthy institution that continues to be committed to the communities in which we live and work. And with mortgage rates at a historical 10-year low, when was the last time you sat down with a financial expert to review your mortgage situation? Is your mortgage over 10 years old? Do you have an adjustable rate? Or are you thinking of purchasing your first home? We're offering special rates and closing cost discounts. Stop into the branch on 121st Street and Liberty Avenue or call the number at the bottom of the screen. Be sure to mention this TV ad for additional rates and closing cost discounts. This is a limited time offer, so act fast.
Jahaji Sisters presents Speaking Our Truth, their 5th annual Indo-Caribbean Women's Empowerment Summit on Friday, June 17th at 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Queens Museum of Art, and on Saturday, June 18th from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Crystal Hall. For more information, please contact Jahaji Sisters at 347-644-9044. Manripo's Triumph Village School Fund presents a fundraising dinner, dance, and cultural show on Saturday, June 18, 2011, at the Narissa Palace at 116-14 Rockaway Boulevard. This is to aid the establishment of a library at Manripo's Primary School. For more information, please call 347-685-7895. Tulsi Mandir Inc. cordially invites you and your family to attend our 9-session Ramayan Yajna, to be held at 103-24 111th Street, Richmond Hill, New York, commencing on June 17th and concluding on June 26th. For further information, please call 347-423-4059.
From the producer of Kirtan Sammelan and Visions comes the concert of the decade, Bhakti Sargam, an evening of inspiring bhajans. June 18th at the Richmond Hill High School Auditorium, featuring Pandit Rajan Bagobin, Dr. Satish Prakash, Pandit Jagmohan Prasad from Guyana, Pandit Lal Singh from London, along with Pandit Charan Prasad, Pandit Tilak Siratan, Pandit Ashwini, and Pandit Rakesh from Trinidad and Tobago. With guest appearances by Geeta Bisram and Anjali, dances by Natalie, Davina, Ashley, Ann and Jessica, Priya and Dana, and the Natya Tilakam Dance Company. Bhakti Sargam, June 18th at the Richmond Hill High School Auditorium. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime 7:30. Bhakti Sargam, the concert of the decade.
Hey party people, you looking for a DJ? Well, Elite Sounds with DJ Fest is here for you. We specialize in the best in reggae, soca, Indian, and Chatney. We also carry top-of-the-line lighting system and effects. For all info, please call 347-570-1638. Once again, the number is 347-570-1638. Or simply email us at djfest4gmail.com. Please check us out on the World Wide Web on www.elitesounds.com. We are fully insured, and remember, once the party starts, the fun never stops.
Viewers, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Let's Talk with Lakshmee, where we got up close and personal with the G6 Revolution Band. Remember, on June 19th, please come out with the family. It's a Father's Day show, a family show, and they will have their launch. Again, Club Tobago at 3 p.m. I'll see you all there. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. It's a day. Let's talk.
Talk now. Let's talk with Lakshmee. Here we go now. Here we go now. Let's talk with Lakshmee. Bring the artists, bring the dancers. Let's talk with Lakshmee. Again, again.